Okay, welcome back to another video. Today is gonna be a little bit different. We haven't done a reaction in a little while. It's a R&R or a RAM reacts video. Today, this quite literally, I believe, just came out 7 minutes ago. June 11th, 2026, yeah, no duh. 7 minutes ago. Anyways, I should be showing it on screen now, and it's the Gatac Railen, which I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to get. Then again, if you guys want me to keep getting ships, don't forget to donate, either via the donation page, via straight to Venmo, or you can always join Patreon, become a member, and you can always quit anytime the membership. First membership, your first month as a member will be around $2 or $3, I will believe. Actually, I think it's like $1 for your first month. I'll just put it on the screen right now. I'll put all the information on the screen right now, and probably, sorry for that, right after this video. But anyways, let's just get into the video. I'm gonna do my normal stuff where I'll talk too much during the first look through, and then we go back and look at stuff if there's interesting things. Let's see the Gatac Railen. I'm so excited for this Xi'an ship.
The Gatac Railen is an alien medium hauler from Gatac Industries and prioritizes speed of loading and unloading cargo by having it all on the exterior. The Railen is our first dedicated cargo hauler from an alien race, and this is an important moment in that a lot of our other alien ships are combat focused. Just like us, they also need an entire suite of ships to be able to fulfill what they do every day in their lives.
So one of the things that we really wanted to push with our alien ships is just that distinction from kind of human manufacturing techniques and alien manufacturing techniques. We kind of developed this idea that they had this really kind of advanced systems that would allow them to be able to almost kind of grow their ships in the shapes that they wanted. So things like the really big armored plates that are on the front of the ship, the idea was that these were naturally mined.
Sorry for pausing, but I really love, again, I'm still a little bit sick. I really love the shape of Xi'an ships. Especially when, like, the Gatac Sulin, with, like, the four things that stick out, except the Railen doesn't fly, where you have to launch at a straight up point like a rocket. But this is really cool, and I think these over here, if you see my mouse, are cargo spaces, which is different because they're triangular. I love the thruster color. I love all the different colors of the thrusters and the different architecture. I've actually been looking at their Xi'an language a little bit, which I do recommend. You go, it's a course on their website, or not their website, well, there is one on their Spectrum, but on their channel. It's the only course they currently have. It's the Xi'an language. I wish they put one out for the Banu language, because they have the Banu language stuff on their site. I wish they did that. And then maybe in the future they'll do something with the Vandal, because right now none of us really know too much about what the Vandals speak and how it sounds and all that, but I love the Xi'an. They're cool. They're like turtle folk, pretty much. They think of us low, but not extremely low. It's like they don't think of us at the same level as them, but they don't think of us as low as they usually think the Vandal, from my understanding. Anyways, I just love the Xi'an colors and architecture. If you ever meet a Xi'an, make sure you specify you want human food. Otherwise, you will have a very hard, painful time and possibly a death.
We kind of developed this idea that they had this really kind of advanced systems that would allow them to be able to almost kind of grow their ships in the shapes that they wanted. So things like the really big armored plates that are on the front of the ship. The idea was that these were naturally mined materials rather than having to kind of go in and extract these materials and then refine them and refine them and refine them.
I had to stop thinking like human and start thinking like Xian. How would an alien design shapes, movement, and technology?
With the Xi'an specifically, they have a lot of control over how they can manipulate different structures. So with the Railen, it has this really...
Wow, I like that landing gear animation. Whoa. Okay. I love that landing gear animation.
An alien design shapes, movement, and technology.
With the Xi'an specifically, they have a lot of control over how they can manipulate different structures.
See how it's moving? It's like that's
so with the Railen,
I like that.
It has this really distinct state change between its flight silhouette and its landed silhouette.
The original concept had triangular cargo containers themselves holding the cargo inside, but now during production we've changed that to use standardized cargo grids. That means you are not constrained by any of the mission types that you would have had before, having to manually load all these cargo units into custom cargo containers. Now you can just turn up to any location. It supports up to 32 SU containers, so you can just load them on easily, offload them easily.
Looks pretty nice with the cargo on it. It looks better either way. I just can't wait to see the elevator entrance, because that elevator looks cool. Wonder why they just have this random ring around their turret also. It's like not attached to the actual ship itself. But the style is definitely following Xi'an style. Very nice, sleek, naturally mined ores. A little bit of gold here and there. A little more angles than the Banu. The Banu tend to have more smooth and some more like carpets and stuff laid around their architecture.
We have two size 2 tractor turrets that sit on the bottom wings. Two rear bridge seats each control one of these turrets and can use them to add and remove cargo from the cargo grid as...
Oh my gosh, did you see that animation? Turning this 8-minute video into like a 20-minute video.
Wings. Two rear bridge seats each control one of these turrets and can use them to add and remove cargo from the cargo.
I love alien animations, and we only seen stuff like this so far on the Xi'an Railen Sulin. What? The Sulin, not the Railen, because this is the Railen. The Gatac Railen, the smaller starter ship, and it was really cool, but it was such a small space you couldn't get too much of the animation, and I'm so glad we're actually going to start exploring more into the alien races. Also, it's been a long time since I've done anything related to Star Citizen. Well, not too long, but if you guys are wondering why, it's because, one, for the past 3 days, Star Citizen has been not working. I'll show you an image from my computer of that in a second, probably on screen now. But also, Star Citizen is not really working too well on my computer while recording. It's working great with Discord. Sometimes it lags out a little bit, but that's probably mainly due to the update. And then at some points I just can't walk around or do stuff. I'm mainly doing stuff with my org lately, which if you want to join, link in the description for both of the site and the Discord. We got some events coming up, especially towards the end of this month. We're going to do some mining and other stuff. But I want to get back to recording for Star Citizen. I just need to get some different things. Because right now I got a USB is it an SDD drive something? Let me read it. I can see it right now. It's a Samsung Note a SSD portable drive, but it's attached via USB, and the port isn't strong enough to get the power all the way through. So I need one that's like directly connected to the computer on the inside, which will, one, take a lot of money, and two, a little bit of work, which I'm not opposed to doing if it means I can record more videos for you guys on Star Citizen. But right now, I don't have enough money for that, or enough experience, or any of the research, which actually I am still researching stuff like that. So if you want to help me get stuff like that for the channel so I can have an easier time filming videos for you guys, not only that, but also like donate so I can get more ships for Star Citizen. And if you're not only a Star Citizen fan like me, I love Star Citizen, but I also love other games, so I can get those other games if they cost money, if they have add-ons or DLCs or whatever that also cost money, I can get those. If they have sequels that cost money, I can get those. It will be split. The money you donate on the donation page will be split between the goal that's displayed on the donation page and the goal of getting games and that stuff. If you want a shout out in a video, which I shouted out Cloudy in the last video with That's Not My Dog, for the $3, half of it went to the goal of getting an Ironclad Assault, and half of it went to the channel itself. If you want a shout out, there's a box where you can put whatever you want to be called. Make sure it's noticeable on what you want to be called, and I'll make sure I give you a shout out next video after you give the donation. You can also go over to Patreon if you're a Minecraft fan also. I got a couple of builds there. If you want to suggest some things to build in Minecraft, head over to one of my latest Minecraft videos and suggest a build for me to do. And I might not do it in that series, but I may make a video about it. I'm just rambling on. I'll save this more towards the end. Let's keep going. I probably would have popped something up telling me to skip to some point if I didn't. Sorry for that, and I'm sorry for rambling on. Let's just get back into the very amazing animation and video.
Grid as they like. The turrets move with the wings. You have an okay view when the wings are deployed, so when you're flying around in space, but when your wings are in the landed position, you have a really, really good view over the cargo grids.
And for those who really appreciated the original aesthetic of those triangular cargo pods, we've retained the signature triangular elements of that as a deployable armoured shield over the cargo beds. The shields themselves are a physical barrier that stop projectiles from hitting the cargo themselves.
Wow, that was not only it's a cool idea, but it's a cool animation.
Triangular elements of that as a deployable armoured shield over the cargo beds. The shields themselves are a physical barrier that stop projectiles from hitting the cargo themselves.
It's very important to protect the cargo if you're under attack. The back is a little left open, but if you're trying to flee, you're trying to flee.
Obviously, having it deployed makes the cargo very hard to take off, but offers that protection. This essentially makes a sort of hybrid interior-exterior cargo ship. You get the benefits of both systems. You have the ease of loading of exterior cargo, as well as the protection of interior cargo.
Yep.
And then there's a further benefit for those of you like counting boxes, We also managed to increase the cargo capacity from 320 to 640 with these changes as well.
Oh, nice.
On the Railen, you can enter the ship
Well, that's
one of two
big.
ways.
Did you see the scale of ship? Well, I love that elevator, but did you see the scale of ship to person?
These changes as well.
That's like an amazing size of an alien ship, and I know most of it is not actually where you're in, but that's a great size to start getting into the bigger alien ships. I love it. And I wonder if we're ever going to get to see what it's like, whether we can fly a Vanduul ship or not, what it looks like to be inside of a Vanduul ship itself. I would like to at least see what it looks like inside.
On the Railen, you can enter the ship one of two
that.
ways. So if the ship is landed, you enter through a lift at the very bottom.
Ooh, nice.
And if you are in flight or you're in space, you have a dock and collar on the top rear.
The elevator shaft is a really nice central part of the whole ship. It's the first thing you see as you walk in, and it leads you through every floor. You can see all the way up.
A lot of our human ships tend to be quite flat, quite long, whereas what we've tried to develop is this idea that the aliens prefer a little bit more kind of verticality to their ship. The middle floor of the ship is all habitation.
The habs are very strange when you first walk in. You kind of have a big bank of these pods that feel quite strange and different to the kind of habitations you might be used to in a typical human ship. But at the same time, it's incredibly cozy in there. You
Nice
kind of have to
habitat.
crawl into the space.
I think I would enjoy sleeping in something like that. If it looks like it might be a little bit cold, but at the same time pretty warm. I think I wouldn't mind sleeping in that. I would love to sleep in that. Especially, I love sci-fi stuff. I love magic stuff. I love sci-fi stuff. I love aliens. I need something like this to sleep in. That looks so cool.
Have all this really nice stonework that covers the bed. We carry on this same sort of motif of these ribbons that sort of run around every part of the ship, which you can imagine is kind of carrying the energy and the power from the engineering and powering all these rooms.
We try to make
Sorry about all the pausing, but I'll also have the link in the description for this video if you want to see it yourself. I love Xi'an architecture. Look at this. Xi'an architecture is amazing. So is Banu architecture from what we've seen on the Trade Master ship, or the Merchant Master, or whatever it's called. I can't really say anything about Vanduul's architecture because, one, we don't see much of it, and two, the Vanduul don't have their own architecture. Mostly they just steal technology and ships from other species. But look at this. It's amazing architecture. Look at the fish over there, or whatever they are. It's so cool. It looks amazing. They turn all these useful rooms into great looking pieces of art while still keeping and making it look like it's used for what it's used for. I love it. And look, you got a little window to see you guys leaving the atmosphere. This looks like a dining/meeting room. Okay, continue.
feel quite relaxing, quite calm. So they've brought in these waterfalls that run down the sides of the walls in the mess area. On one side you've got the bathrooms, and on the opposite side you've got the food preparation area. As this is an alien ship, it caters to both the Xi'an and the humans. So for the humans, you've got a chow line where you're able to get your food and your drink.
Alongside the very specialist Xi'an food area.
Are these the ones that eat poop?
These are the ones that eat poop, or these are the ones that poop squares? I can't remember.
What?
These are the turtles, but they behave like birds.
Then off to either side we have a small room that has a small bench and like a viewing out over the front of the ship. We've got the 2 escape pods on either side and also the turret access. Finally, if you take the elevator up to the top floor, it takes you straight into engineering.
The engineering is really kind of imposing, and it just feels very important. You can tell that there's like a lot of power running through this room. There are different component bays all around the room facing you, and they all open up through this room.
I know I keep talking
There are
about the animation, but I
different
love the
component bays
animation
all around
so
the room
much.
facing you,
Oh, that's
and they
so
all
nice.
open up with
That's- I
like the
love
impressive
animation. I love it.
Xi'an tech grav plating all moving out of the way. The alien design comes in with quite how wide these component bays are. Like there's a lot of room that accommodates more space needed to access them than just a slim little engine.
And if you guys notice the buttons, those not Chinese or Japanese or any Asian characters, those are actual Xi'an characters. If you look at their course on their YouTube channel, you're taught how to read them. So if you want to actually be able to read them, you can.
Engineer who's making his way in. You also have these beams that are coming across the ceiling, and you can tell that there's power thrumming through like these ribbons that are coming from each of the component bays. It's a really, really interesting room, and it was a lot of fun to work on.
As you go towards the front of the ship, you're into the bridge area, and this probably has one of the best views out of a lot of ships that we've done.
This.
There is 4 seats.
My gosh, that's an amazing view and amazing animation.
Views out of a lot of ships that we've done.
Too. I love it. Amazing.
There is 4 seats floating on air. So that feels like it's totally alien, uncanny thing.
I love this.
When you enter the seat, they're rotating with a fancy flying animation. I hope that they feel really wow effect, because it's pretty different than the usual ships we have.
Wow.
The cargo capacity of the ship lends itself to the vast majority of cargo missions, so it's great for cargo players, and it's not short in the firepower category either. It has great turrets and pilot control weapons as well as missiles.
I think all the team did their job so fantastic.
It looks cool, sharp, aggressive.
Very happy with it. I really like the overall aesthetic on the interior, and the design is an interesting way to use this sort of tall 3-story ship in still actually quite a small space.
This ship is for someone that wants to go out with their friends, they don't mind taking on a bit of danger, and they want to look a little bit different, a little bit cool doing it.
Okay, I think that's officially coming out at the end of this month at Alien Week, which kind of already started, since you can get a pack right now on their website. I believe that gives you like armor and some other stuff, and the armor is special armor. It's Xi'an armor made for humans, and if the helmet makes you look like a Xi'an and all that, and it's really cool. If you guys have any suggestions for any other things for me to watch, it doesn't even have to be Star Citizen or anything really related. It could be spooky, creepy, it can be fun and funny, can be exciting. I would love to make a reaction video, because I really need something to do. I'm almost no more sick. I've been sick for about like 4 days. This is my 4th day. Hopefully it is done tomorrow. I am ready to not be sick anymore. And my nose just got stuffed again. Great. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget that if you think I deserve it, donate via Patreon, Venmo, or the donation page. If you think I also deserve it, like and subscribe to the channel. We hit around 33 subscribers. Thank you guys for all the love and support. And that is all for this quick video. Ram out.